Hey, I'm gonna be reviewing a video of a guy cooking food for other animals. It's the dumbest video idea I've ever heard of.
In this video, I'm cooking gourmet food for the most popular animals on the planet, and the longer you watch, the bigger and more dangerous the animals will get, all starting with this cute little rat. I spent 3 hours cutting and layering vegetables to make the perfect ratatouille. And if you think this meal's fancy, just wait until you see what I cook for some of the other animals later in this video. Go ahead, buddy. Enjoy your 5-star meal. Oh, he's eating. Let's let him finish and go to our next animal. Next up, we're cooking for a squirrel.
He didn't even really eat it. It's as if he tasted it and knew that it's garbage. Bad start. The whole video will probably be a fail because I'll explain to you why. This is just so stupid.
But not just any squirrel. Twiggy is a world-famous water skiing squirrel, and since my friend Mark is a huge fan of squirrels, I invited him to cook with me.
It's wild, the water skiing squirrel has a tour bus. To be clear though, we're cooking for the squirrel, not cooking squirrel.
I got all the stuff squirrels like. Beans, avocado they love, carrots.
Wow, this is a meal.
Their favorite is acorn squash.
Really? It feels like a sous chef-y thing to do.
It's not their favorite, naturally, because there's no such thing in nature. This doesn't exist in nature. What you mean is that out of your man-made foods, this is what they like. That's it. And this is why this video is so stupid, because he's gonna try to make wild animals, or maybe it's domesticated animals, but whatever the case, he will want other animals to eat man-made food. Some of them will probably eat some of it, and as we could see, some won't.
Would be to empty that. You think Twiggy's gonna mind I used my hand?
Not if we make it look nice.
So what we've got here is an acorn squash with a bunch of stuff in it. Twiggy, right here. Here's a little ramp.
You do understand that they eat meat. I even posted a video of them eating, I think it was a rat. Yeah. They also eat some seeds and whatever they can find, but they also eat actual animals, the organs and everything. But you try to apply your man-made beliefs, your ignorance to these animals. And then these people always who run zoos wonder why the animals are sick, infertile, why they don't reproduce.
He gets it and then comes for protection. I've peed.
Mark, are you taking a selfie? Did you
Sorry.
ask first?
No, I just did it. Which animal's next?
Next up is a parrot named Einstein the talking parrot for obvious reasons.
Morning.
Now, Einstein, what do you want for lunch?
Pizza.
I know that sounds like a fake robotic voice, but this is Einstein's actual voice, and since his owners told me he also loves corn,
Is it just me, or does the bird look a bit sick? If they actually feed him pizza, that explains it.
we're gonna make him some corn pizza.
What are you doing?
I'm torching the corn. This will give some
Okay, why on earth would you need to create carcinogens for the bird? Worst video I've ever seen. Just poisoning animals.
really nice flavor to your pizza. Einstein's used to seeing the center of the cob, so I'm gonna cut. Oh, that's fresh basil. I'm gonna cut nice rings from the corn and the cob to put in the center of our pizza. Oh, you're taking one? That's fine. Cutting it this way is sort of like Einstein's version of pepperoni.
Is it good?
Well, it's gonna be good. For the cheese, we have cheddar and provolone. Even when I make pizza for myself, I like using different blends of cheese because it makes it a whole lot more exciting. Einstein, you can't get full before the meal.
Be quiet.
The cheddar's been grated, so now I just gotta finish up the provolone, and then we'll toss it into a bowl so we can start rolling out our dough.
Happy bird.
To assemble the pizza, I'll flour my cutting board and stretch the dough to make a small parrot-sized crust. Then I'll top this
Look at it, just slime. And he thinks that it's food. Totally nuts.
with the sauce I made from bell peppers, sweet potatoes, and beet
Yeah, just imitating animals. Raw animals, that's why the red sauce. It's famine, slave food.
juice. And we'll finish by adding on our blend of 2 cheeses. Einstein, one more piece of cheese? As well as
Just in case you don't know, the history of pizza is that people used to not have any meat, and then because they didn't have any real food, which is of course what animals are, they made the seed slime, and they put a red sauce over it, a tomato sauce or whatever, and then because they had dairy still, they put the cheese on top and tried to imitate actual animals. That's it, that's the origin of pizza. It's absolute famine slave food, an imitation of meat. And now people eat it, even though they could be eating meat because of brainwashing. And now this slave who grew up eating pizza is gonna give it to a bird. And the bird may eat it because birds partly eat some of that stuff. That doesn't mean that it's good for them, obviously. You're tricking them basically like People trick humans today to eat this garbage.
Our corn pepperonis and a bit of fresh basil. And now it's ready to bake.
Want to cook?
Yeah, I'm gonna cook it. Here it is, Einstein. What do you think?
Yeah, cool.
That's exactly right.
Is it good?
I haven't eaten any yet. For the finishing touch, I'm gonna top it off with some edible blue flowers, and then we just need to cut it. Whoa, he just tried to pick up my knife. I gotta be careful what I say around you. It's time to eat. Come on. There you go. Oh, yum. How is it? It looks like you like the crust better than the pizza. Most people aren't like that. You know what I like about the way that Einstein eats is that he goes kind of back and forth between the crust and the actual pizza. Why don't you take the rest of this to go?
Abroad.
We're moving on to cook for these cute little monkeys called capuchins, and they have the same digestive systems as us humans, which means I can make them a burger the exact same way that I'd make.
By the way, birds also eat raw meat. He should have given him raw meat simply. But now, it's just that the slave of today believes that they should be cooking. Yeah, do your slave activities by yourself. Don't poison the animals around you also.
By now, my bun should be nice and toasty, so I'll take these off the heat. And now into my pan with a bit of oil. And once that gets nice and hot...
Nice, some oil. Yeah, cool, man. Great. You want to give heart disease to the monkeys.
I will lay it down away from me, and I'll press it
And yourself, obviously.
down, since burgers always get so much smaller when they cook. I'll go for the flip, and then immediately add down that
That's very black.
cheese and lid on. Once that cheese is nice and melted, we'll plate by going bottom bun, patty, a little bit of ketchup, a little mustard, 3 pickles, lettuce, tomato, and our top bun. Since there are 4 monkeys, I'm gonna cut this into 4 even pieces. We definitely don't want them fighting over the burger. I'm gonna put on my hat so they don't pull my hair. And then, let's bring in the monkeys. They're so cute. They're kind of just investigating the burger right now. They're being very curious. Hi. Hey. Oh, you wanna eat it?
If it was actual real food, which is what they would want, they also eat meat, by the way, raw meat. Also, not only, then they would have just eaten it right away. But they're just looking, inspecting it because they are trying to find something which is at least somewhat edible. That actually says everything, that they don't right away eat it. Absolutely everything. Totally messed up, this guy.
Me, that's fine, yeah. Is the meat good? I just learned that at some restaurants, they won't eat the patties at all. They'll just throw them. And they're not throwing these, which must
Yeah, because it's grain sludge, because it's not food. Exactly.
mean they love my seasoning on there. What are they doing to the camera? Don't pull off the microphone, guys. We need the microphone. He's rubbing mustard all over my camera. I think I need a new lens. You like the tomato? Want some bun? Yeah, here, have the bun. Want some of the beef? Yeah, there you go. Everybody seems to like something completely different in this situation. This is how I like to eat, kind of like tapas style. And what's great is that a burger has so many different components, so I'm happy that you guys are all enjoying different parts of it. He loves the patties. Well, he dropped it. I have 3 younger brothers, and I feel like this is what we probably...
I guess that some of them ate the bread and the meat, some didn't. Bits and pieces here and there. Yeah, because none of it is really food. None of it is really actually appetizing. Especially if they were really hungry, it makes sense why they just try to eat something.
looked and sounded like when we were little kids eating. I think it's safe to say they liked it. Let's go to the next segment. Our next animal is a dog.
But it's super, absolutely 100% crystal clear that they didn't like it. Absolutely safe to say, because they left a lot, way too much. A real monkey would have eaten the whole thing, and actually they would have fought over it if it was good food. You're totally delusional. I just hope you get it.
Typically my dog Pepper. I'm gonna cook her a simple dish that includes this beautiful filet mignon, as well as a side of sweet potato and green beans. I'm going to begin by cutting the filet into...
Who makes green beans and a sweet potato for a dog? Just who does that? This guy is brainwashed as hell.
Small cubes, since dogs are technically only supposed to have steak if it's well done. And I know, Pepper doesn't look like...
Wait, what? I must have misheard something. He didn't say the dogs are only supposed to have meat when it's well done, right? What did he say? That must be wrong, because that would be the stupidest thing anybody has ever said in the history of humanity. But that's what I heard. But it can't be true. Nobody can be this ignorant.
a well done type of girl. She probably doesn't even know what that means.
Wait, what's going on here? I don't get it. Dogs should be eating raw meat. Everybody knows that. Or what is he talking about? I don't get it. Or was that a joke? Oh, he was joking, maybe. But why doesn't the dog eat the raw meat? Did he only feed the dog pet food, so-called pet food, fake food, and cooked meat? Or what's going on here? This is super strange. Some really severe animal abuse going on here, I guess. Starvation, malnutrition.
We need to be safe for Pepper. With our steak prep done...
Wait, he actually believes that you need to cook meat? What's wrong with this guy? Who is this even?
Now for the steak, I'll add some Osmo olive oil, and then in we go. The reason I cut it into cubes is so that everything
Olive oil is very poisonous. The dog especially would taste it.
is going to easily cook to well done. Pepper, you...
What? He actually believes that you need to cook meat, and well done especially? And that for a dog? You're so dumb. It's unbelievable.
Want to test one? Oh, you need to chew it. Once that steak is done, I'll toss it onto a paper towel lined plate so it can drain off some of that excess oil. And by now, our vegetables should be done as well. This whole time, I've been heating up Pepper's plate in the oven, just like they do at a fancy restaurant. In the plate, I'll toss down the sweet potato, these delicious green beans, and of course, our steak. Bon appetit. Go ahead, Pepper.
This guy is actually kind of nuts. Yeah. Feeding this to a dog? You're actually basically insane by definition. Wow. Now we know.
There she goes. I wondered what she would go for first, and it seems like she's very much going for just the steak. Eat the veggies.
He completely brainwashed, essentially abused the dog and made him used to eating cooked meat. That's it. Just like we do it with humans today. Oh my god, man. This guy is the devil.
What? Seriously? I just butter poached green beans and sweet potatoes for you, and you're not even gonna try them? Our last animal from level 1 is the porcupine, and they love vegetables, but only if they're uncooked. So I'm gonna make them some veggie french fries. These porcupines eat pretty much the same thing every day, so mixing up the form and the texture of the food that they get is hopefully gonna be really exciting for them. Being completely honest, I'm a little scared for this one. I don't wanna get quilled, so my thought is if I cook them really good...
All animals only eat raw food. Humans too. In nature. There's no other option anyway. Why would you destroy your food, destroy the nutrients, make it taste bad, make it dry, remove the moisture? Some animals will simply eat the cooked food because you get them used to it, because you abused your dog. That's what you did. And some will simply do it because they don't have anything else, like the monkeys did. And they still didn't even eat all of it because it was garbage. And these animals just won't eat anything else. Maybe they grew up wild, or who knows? Maybe they haven't been domesticated for that long.
Food, they won't quill me. Personally, knowing what they can and can't eat, I wouldn't want to be a porcupine. I feel like I'd get kind of bored only having carrots and beets and vegetables every day, but I think they're gonna love the french fries. Guys, I brought food. French fries. Oh, yeah, okay. Hi, buddy. Look at this. They're running to their house for protection while they eat and then coming back out for seconds. This is a good sign.
Well, they all seem happy. They love your food. No one's trying to quill you.
Wait, everybody wants seconds. I can only give you so much. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, a lemur. Does the lemur want some? Go ahead. Oh, whoa. This is my peak moment as a chef, just having a full crew of different animals enjoying my food. We'll start by cooking for a penguin. Actually, 3 penguins.
Penguins eat raw meat. What is he gonna give them?
What can I say? They're my favorite animal. And since penguins love fish, I thought, why not make them a poke bowl? We'll start by prepping some fresh vegetables. First, this cucumber.
Are you dumb or something? What's going on in your head? I don't get it. Cucumbers for a penguin?
Like fish. Hey, what's up? Oh, wow, he just swallowed it. This is awesome. What's the magic word? I forgot he can't talk. He's a penguin. You want some of the actual poke bowl? I feel like I just put in all this effort and he just didn't really appreciate it. Where you going? I have more fish. Come on, guys. Oh, they're so fast. Come over here. They are just spilling my whole poke bowl. They do not want the poke bowl. They just want fish. You want a lettuce wrap? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, they're not just slow walkers. They're slow eaters. Oh, baby, that was a big...
Turtles also eat meat. I have posted videos of it. And they give them vegetables and fruits. Oh my god, people are so messed up.
We're cooking for a bear, and the coolest thing about this bear is that he and I have the exact same favorite food, rotisserie chicken. I'm gonna keep this chicken nice and simple, and I'll tell you why. Sometimes you gotta just let the seasoning do all the work, especially when there's a hungry bear involved. I'll start by coating the entire bird in some nice olive oil, and that'll give the whole
What's up with him and this toxic bitter olive oil? It's super poisonous, man. You can die from drinking that.
bird a nice massage, making sure to cover every nook and cranny with that oil. Once he's all oiled up, I'm gonna use some of my Osmo chicken seasoning. Look at me on there, look how happy I am. That's gonna be the bear in a few seconds. I hope the bear will appreciate the effort that I'm putting into making this chicken delicious right now, but at the same time, like I said, I'm gonna let the seasoning do basically all the work here. I didn't wanna make just any boring chicken, so I actually bought an entire rotisserie oven because I wanna make sure our bear has a good time. Now with a little movie magic, our rotisserie chicken is done. I wasn't gonna make you guys wait. Oh my gosh, he is huge. Look at him. This is Tack. He's an 1,000-pound Kodiak bear, and as you know, I've made him a rotisserie chicken, but first I'm gonna feed him this cookie right out of my mouth. I just kissed the bear. There's your chicken. Wow, he's eating the chicken, just bone and everything. You hear the crunches? I've never seen someone eat a rotisserie chicken like this. Tack, do you like the skin? The skin's always my favorite.
Yeah, he's gonna eat it because he has nothing else. He would of course want it raw, and it's so dry. You're giving the worst kind of food to the bear. And you poison the bear with the spices on top of that. So it's again animal abuse. So really this is a video of animal abuse actually, yeah.
Hard on the rotisserie chicken. I think he's just gonna eat the entire carcass of the chicken. Oh my gosh. Believe it or not, chicken is the only meat that Tag likes. He doesn't eat steak, he doesn't eat fish, but he loves chicken. And I think I made him a good one. What is he doing? Oh, uh-oh, what's going on? Oh, that plate's gone. Oh, he's licking the table now. I wanna ask Tag one last question before I go to the next animal. Did you love my Osmo chicken seasoning? Be honest. Yeah, that's right. You're the coolest bear ever. As if a bear wasn't big enough, we're cooking next for a hippo, and I'll be making a fancy fruit salad. I'm sure some of you have seen these videos online of hippos crunching down on
Hippos eat raw meat, a lot of raw meat. What melons? Yeah, they will also eat other stuff. Just people are fucking forget about it. I'm just done.
I decided to go cook for a lion instead. I think we can all agree it's a lot cooler than a whale. For our lion, we're gonna be cooking this beautiful Australian Wagyu Tomahawk. I had my meat dealer cut it thicker than you normally get with this kind of steak. And we're gonna cook it over charcoal. To begin, I'll fill my chimney with some charcoal, and then we'll light it up. This lion is lucky. Not only
That he even thinks that it's a good idea to cook meat for a lion.
does he have an incredibly well-marbled piece of meat, but it's also gonna be seasoned with the best seasoning in the world, my Osmo signature.
It's literally poisonous. You eat the whole thing, right away hospitalized.
Steak rub. And I'm gonna make sure to really coat this piece of meat for our lion. Once our charcoal's ready, I'll set up my grill and let this come up to temp for just a few minutes. This lion likes his steak very rare, almost raw. So for that reason, I'm not gonna cook this tomahawk very much. The goal here is to get a nice light sear. All I want are a few grill marks and nothing more. Once I've quickly hit the first side, I'll flip it over, and same thing on the second. You might call that bit of char there burnt. I call it flavor. Let's hope our lion agrees. Once our steak is done, I'll bring it over here to carve it. We don't want our lion to hurt his teeth on this when he goes to bite it, so even though I think he'd love this giant tomahawk bone, which as you can see is huge and looks absolutely delicious, we're gonna cut our tomahawk into nice big slices for him to eat. To plate it, I'm gonna keep it simple. All he wants is a big giant plate of meat, and that's what I'm gonna give him. I'm terrified. Well, let's go feed him. This might sound crazy, but I'm about 100 times more scared to feed this lion than I ever was cooking for Gordon Ramsay during my time at MasterChef. Nobody.
Oh, he's some kind of cook? I've never heard of this guy. Wow. Yeah, just a super brainwashed cook. Yeah, that's how the cooks of today are. They have no idea what humans or any other animals are supposed to eat. Cooks are actually some of the worst people on earth because they make everybody around them unhealthy.
There is nothing between us and this lion right now. I'm gonna whisper so he eats the steak and not me, but this was the craziest video I've ever done. I just want to thank all of you watching and remind you to go subscribe and turn on those notifications so you never miss a video. Because if you thought this one was good, just wait until you see the next one.
Yeah, it's interesting that he said that he's only gonna cook it lightly because I think that he was implying that the lion wouldn't otherwise eat it, which I guess they know from experience, maybe, those idiots, because they have tried it before. Fuck. Because the lion wouldn't recognize it as food. Oh my god, I'm glad that this video is over. Ugh, it's so horrible.
Man, I probably should have cooked this lion a bigger steak.
This is what happens nowadays when humans grow up in slavery and they try to apply what they learned to other animals. All animals, including humans obviously, eat only raw food in nature. Humans in nature hunt down animals and they eat the organs, the liver in the first place. They open up the skull, eat the brain. It's all fresh, warm. It's the closest thing there is to cooked food naturally. The lungs, for example, are very soft, juicy, warm when the animal was freshly killed. You could compare it to cooked food in some ways, except that it just tastes a lot better and all of the nutrients are intact instead of, for the most part, destroyed when you cook the food. It's understandable why some people cook the food very, very lightly to make it warm again, seeing as it naturally would be. It's the best tasting food on earth, a freshly killed animal, especially the organs from a healthy animal. There's nothing that tastes better, especially, of course, the blood, although the liver is also super amazing. This guy would have no idea when you go to a school where you learn how to cook with Gordon Ramsay or whatever, then you learn how to eat fake food and how to prepare it to then imitate real food. I skipped some of the parts because the video was pretty unbearable, but he tried to imitate, again, meat with the other dishes, and that's what you learn. I'm not saying that you necessarily learn that on purpose, that they teach you that specifically, but that's just something that's going on sort of subconsciously. People want to eat raw animals, but seeing as because of brainwashing, conditioning, they are afraid to do it, and sometimes rightfully so, because of factory farmed animals. They really are poisonous and you can get food poisoning from them. They imitate what they really want. And this is what you see all cooks do today, even the 5-star chefs. It doesn't matter who. Okay, those may be serving you steak tartare, some kind of sashimi, oysters, a lot of raw animal foods for sure. And that's closer to what we naturally eat, but for the most part, they also just learn to imitate what we naturally want to eat with the red sauces, as I explained. Pizzas are just an imitation of animals. When you actually look around you and you open up your eyes, when you see what people eat today, it's for the most part imitations of raw animal organs and blood, because that's what we naturally crave. And of course, the animals in this video, for the most part, also did. Thanks for watching.